This is how I broke down a 23-pound rib roast. One roast, 9 steaks, some stew meat, and the beef back ribs. 6 different meals from this one rib roast. Let me know in the comments what you think, and watch the full video, and let me know if this helped you at all. So as you guys can see, 23 pounds. I'm going to show you how we break it down using the Grill Master glove set from Whiskey Band Barbecue Supply. I use the XL. It fits perfectly. You can see the textured surface of these gloves. Helps with the grip even when things are greasy. So I have 2 knives today. I have the Victorinox breaking knife, and then I have the 2-0 cutlery boning knife. Now my goal for this roast today is to break this down into the beef back ribs, 1 roast, and a few steaks. Whenever I'm breaking open the meat, I like to cut on the bone side, or for example on a brisket, I cut where the fat is. All this meat juice, and then that will be what carries my waste straight to the trash. Make sure that drains off. So on this roast, we are going to remove this chine bone right here. I'm going to remove some of this heavy fat cap. And basically, this does not take a lot of prep and trimming. Remember, we're not at the grocery store, so we're not trying to make these look like out of the grocery store, but we're gonna make them look nice for our home. Make sure your knives are sharp. This knife is from Victorinox. It will be linked in my Amazon store in my knife collection, and I'll make sure I drop that link down below for you guys. We're gonna remove like the extra fat that's on here. So this is not just fat. If you notice, you have that silver skin there. That's very tough, and so you want to get rid of a lot of this stuff, and it's entangled in the fat. All right, so that's the point of removing that piece right there. Trim that down a little bit. I'm gonna do, before I do anything else, I'm gonna remove the beef back ribs. That is the 7-bone rib plate that's on this. Now this is where your boning knife is going to come in very handy, because you want to get right here, and this fat line that goes here right above the bone, that's where I like to go, so that I can get good meat on this bone, and when we cook this, it's not going to look as skinny as if they sold you from the store. At the grocery store, they're trying to keep more meat on the roast itself or on the steak. Me, I want meat on the ribs as well, because I'm going to cook it as an individual meal. So your boning knife, you're going to get right between there. I'm not a butcher. all of this stuff that I'm showing you is what I have learned and practiced from watching people on the internet like Meat Dad, Sean, that is Right Way Barbecue. Those guys are butchers, and they have showed us a lot of what they do. And so I kind of just, make sure I get the knives that I see them using, not necessarily the brand, but the style of knife or the appropriate knives, so that I can do these things myself. And like I said, I can ask them at the store to do it, but I like to do this, and I also like to show you guys how easy it is for you to do it yourself. Staying close to the bone while still leaving a little meat on here. This is your beef back ribs. So we're actually gonna cook this today. That'll be a separate video. Now we're gonna turn this into our roast and our steaks. So it's gonna be boneless ribeye steaks and a boneless rib roast. Nothing's wrong with a boneless roast. I get to actually use the meat or use the bone for something different. This is the leaner end, the smaller end of the roast, and this is where I want to take my roast from, right? My actual standing rib roast. And this side, you can see this is the wider side that also has the spinellus. This is where I'm going to get my steaks from. You get bigger, thicker, nicer steaks over here. Now right here, this is the part of the roast that's called the tail. It's a huge fat, like it's a chunk of fat, and you don't have much meat on it. Doesn't serve a lot of purpose for me, unless you are wanting to just eat on a glob of fat. I'm not into that at all. So start moving it off. All right. So to kind of identify it, you don't really need a knife to identify it, but if we need to like separate a little piece of silver skin or something, then you can bring the knife in. And what you could do with this is you could cut off most of this chunk of fat here, and you'll be left with little bits of meat here. You can make steak and eggs with that. You can put it in your stew meat and whatever, but we don't need all of this fat. So I'm gonna show you guys how I break that down right there. So on this side, we're gonna get our roast, and I want to get about a two bone rib roast. So let's go here. Let's kind of face this up. That's not going to waste. And then I want to get a roast about this size. Hey, yo, man. Not much. And this is your roast right here. You tie that up, and you can cook it however you want, season it however you want. That's what we're going to use that for. And then the rest of these will just be ribeye steaks. I like thick steaks, so we're going to go right there. We're gonna vacuum seal those and store them in the freezer, and I'm gonna have a pack with these 4 And then we'll have a pack with these three. And then we'll have a pack with these two. If you wanted to make beef tallow, you have these pieces of fat right here. Beef tallow on hand right now, so I don't need to make any. So right here we got our stew meat, 2 really thick steaks, 3 not so thick. We have these that are the least thick. We have our roast, then we have our beef back ribs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different dinners from this one rib roast.